Greetings, viewers. Welcome back to the Landy Berkland channel. And on this one, we give tips. Might not always be the best tips, but they work. Quad can't start. No spark. Try just about everything. Well, I may have the solution. First of all, if your quad will not run, change the spark plug. This happens to be a spark plug out of a car, but spark plugs are spark plugs. They all do the same thing. Provide spark for the engine. Okay. I'm looking at a lot of forums, and people are crying and bitching and complaining that, well, they don't have, they have a crank but no start. You know, try and crank, but it won't start, or it'll actually backfire. And when I was a mechanic just starting out, an ATV mechanic, I used to do this myself. I'd sit there and my quad would crank and then die immediately. It would crank and then die immediately. You let it sit for about 2-3 minutes, it crank, it start, it run fine, and then just die. I must have replaced the pickup coil, the stator, the regulator rectifier. Hell, I even spent $500 replacing a carburetor because people thought that that was the problem. Well, the problem continued and continued and continued. One of the problems, the main problem, was the spark plug issue. That was the problem that I actually had. And it took me a long time to figure it out. But in this video, we're going to show you how to test. I just had it. Ah, here it is. The ignition coil. This is your coil pack. This would be a coil pack on a quad. Not all quads are like this. You got 2 leads here, and you got lead. Now in these, you got a primary resistance and a secondary resistance. And we're going to show you how to test both of those right now. You will need a multimeter. You will also need a coil pack. Okay. I'm really not sure. I do believe, running off of memory, that the first test here, and you wanna have a manual by with the specs of what it's supposed to be in. You want to set your multimeter to ohms, which is that little horseshoe looking thing right here. You want to set it to that. Then, I'm not sure, this coil pack is off the Lakota 300 Kawasaki. I'm pretty sure that the Bayou and the Mojave are the same ones. Not totally sure again. Never worked on a Bayou or a Lakota, so I really wouldn't be too sure. But anyway, I know already this coil pack is bad, so you're going to take one probe and put it through one hole, another probe through another one. Now this is at a 3.1 and then a 3.2. Now cold, this pack is okay. But once it gets warmed up, the pack is shot. It's just gone. So I'm looking at a 3.1 on the multimeter right now. I don't know if you guys can see that. 3.1, 3.2. So that looks to be within specs. Now you can take any one of the probes out of the holders. What you want to do is a secondary test, I believe it is, and then make sure that that lines up with the specs in your service manual. I'm looking at a 2. Well, it's fluctuating, so it's bouncing, but it's in the 2s. We'll just say that it's within specs now, but once the quad warms up, it's way out of specs. I don't know why that is. Probably, obviously, cold and hot, so. But that's how you check to see if your coil pack is within specs. Oh, wait, here we go. We're well under 0.700. But, like I said, I definitely know for a fact that this coil pack is bad. But this gives you a general idea of how to check to see if your coil pack is indeed bad. So I hope that test helps, and I'm going to try to give more tests and tips, tricks as I go along here. So to all the ATVers out there, stay muddy. Most importantly, stay safe and have fun. Till next time.